Oh, Thursday morning, I'm just getting ready to leave the campsite, just starting to pack up and then working down there on something. It's a bonny campsite. They're still working on it. I think when it's completely finished it's going to be really nice and quite unusual for this area. Certainly the municipal campsites are well looked after, and this was cheap as chips as well. I think it was about $2.50 to stay here for the night. It is low season, of course. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. My favourite thing about this was the cool breeze last night that kept away the mozzies, like no mozzies. It's the first time I've had that since Montevideo, I think. Certainly as I've headed north through Mosquito City. Yeah, between the mosquitoes and the breeze, the lack of mosquitoes and the cool breeze, just being cool as well. A really comfortable night's sleep. So yeah, all good. Even used one of my levelling blocks last night, and that the van was sitting perfectly, so it was all very comfortable. Right, I'll finish off getting ready, and I'll speak to you soon. So that's me waiting to leave my campsite for that brief stop. For being on the edge of a city, so it's right on the edge of Posadas, the phone signal was dreadful, kept dropping out. So another reason, I thought Starlink might be a bit of a luxury most of the time, but it's been very handy. It just shows how much we take it all for granted. So there's the view over the river. Yeah, just being online all the time. So a bit of a rough road, but yeah, it was a nice wee spot. I'm glad I found it. Google took me to this place on the right. It's a Jesuit mission or something. I'll show you. Very well looked after. Big iron gate. House of spiritual exercise. San Ignacio Jesuits, because there's a big Jesuit presence. Goes back a long time. Jesuit ruins at up the roads. Is it San Ignacio? Anyway, I don't know much about it. But anyway, let's get on the road. So you move things about when you don't have a car. Follow them as well, actually, because there's no cell service, no phone signal. I've not got any GPS. Well, I've not. Yeah, I don't have sat nav. So yeah, thankfully I parked right next to the main road as well. That was quite handy. So, and here's the main highway here. Hopefully it's in as good condition as it was on the way up. Kind of getting used to these roads where you're not dodging potholes all the time. It's quite good. That's nice. That's the Paraná River. Big river. That goes up to the falls. Plus we're also in Yerba Mate territory, where they grow all basically the South American tea. So yeah, as we get closer to Iguazu, it's getting a bit more interesting, and it's not as flat, which is good. Well, we're coming up to a toll. This is always fun. Actually, they're not that expensive. It is much more interesting up here. Certainly, it's not as flat, which helps. There's these lakes. Hillier. There's a few more things to see just at the side of the road. This is much better. This is more like it. You can see through the window, but that's beautiful. That's so nice. sounding place, Jardin America, American Garden. Not sure exactly what that means. Seems like a half decent place. The filling stations are big places. Actually, they're like, some of them are, I'm figuring that out, like wee oases in areas that otherwise don't really have much at all. Finally got a spot. As much as I Overlander was saying this and that, there's a sign up saying no camper vans, but I think that's only just the season when there's shows on the stage. There's a toilet attendant at the, I don't know if you can see the toilet through the trees there. He actually came over to speak to me because he'd seen me going backwards and forwards and asked if I was lost, and it was him that says, no, you park in here, it's fine. It's only not for camper vans when there's, like I said, something on, so I've got that. I was quite relieved. So I'm going to wait to have a look around. It's absolutely beautiful to walk down to the river here. Some of these houses, the people are really poor. Hopefully it opens up down here. So it's only another 10 minutes or something. That'll waste of time. I don't know if you can see much behind me, but it goes down to the riverside. But it seems to be a restricted area. I thought the guy might have let me through to take a couple of pictures, but he wasn't having it. So it's a pity. It looked beautiful. Well, you can't see anything for the glare of the sun, but it looks really nice. You win some, you lose some. You shut the gate now, just in case anybody else tries to come in. It was a decent walk. It's really nice round here. We're getting into the jungle territory or rainforest territory, I don't know what you call it. It's hot. It is much more interesting than the road up from Uruguay to here. Well, this seems to be the best vantage point for seeing the river. And it's the height. We've not had height like this at all since I left Uruguay. It's really nice. There's the letters, the back of the letter. They packed up and I'm just about to leave Eldorado. This spot was beautiful. The evening was really peaceful. The toilet's over there. But I mean, the park's the only good thing about the place, from what I could see from driving in. It was just a typical wee Argentinian town otherwise. But that view over the river was beautiful. The pictures of the letters. So anyway, I'm going to head up to Iguazu Falls, get settled in the campsite, hopefully go and see the falls tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be like this. I think it's forecast to be like this. That'll be amazing when the falls. See you. This seems to be typical of the roads. They kind of go straight, whereas if we were climbing hills, the roads would maybe snake their way up the hill, but here you just go up one side and down the other. Got a flat tyre, I think. Yeah, see a big long straight road just up the hill and down the other side. I guess a protest. I heard these go on in South America. Just hoping I would dodge them, but nah. They've blocked the road. Certainly one in one direction anyway. Don't know how long they're going to take to make their point. Protest against reducing services. They're obviously, it's the same, it's cuts everywhere, so they're protesting against this. How long this is going to take? I've been sitting here a few minutes, but I can't imagine they're going to just, it's not going to be worth their while. It's not a protest unless they make it last until there's disruption. So I'm near the front, so I'm guessing they've just started. In fact, they'd only stopped my lane. They were waiting for the traffic to clear on the other side before they could block that. Now they're over across on that. Who knows how long this is going to take? It's quite a contrast. See up there, the kids are all playing on the swings and around, right next to the road where there's this big protest going on. I mean, fair play to them. They've got to do something. The government's cutting the services. They've got a right to protest. just because I'm being inconvenienced. I'm sure it's none compared to what they're having to put up with. We'll see. I'll speak to you when we start moving. Hopefully it's fairly soon. Police have just arrived, but not to have a word with the protesters. They're here to cone the road. Well, finally started moving. I mean, what was that? It was only 15 minutes. Of course it feels like longer. Queue in the opposite direction just stops down here as well. It was more the heat. I had my blinds up, but the heat was starting to build. But that was good. They'll probably let the traffic clear, then stop again and do it in pulses, maybe just short, sharp disruptions. I don't know. I'm only guessing. Anyway, let's get to where we're going. This looks like it's a dam I'm crossing. You can see all the water at that side, and then over to the left. It's just a valley. Arriving in Puerto de Iguazu now. You can tell just by the big fancy hotels lining the streets that the falls are obviously big business. A lot of tourists come here. A lot of rich Americans as well, I would say. Anyway, find a turn off. I've settled in a camp spot. It's quite nice shaded. Got a pool, I'll be in that there. There's a few cabanas. It seems to be mean it's only here. So I'm guessing even in a busy place like Iguazu, it's shoulder season, so it's quite good. See what the falls are like. I'm sure it'll be busy, plus it's the weekend when I'm going tomorrow and Sunday. So, anyway, let's go for a wee look around and see what's on my doorstep. I don't know if there's much. I booked the place because of it's pretty much on the road out there. It's convenient for getting out and back to the waterfalls, but I didn't really I couldn't be bothered, to be honest, going right into town either, so that's another reason I chose it. I don't know if it's backfired slightly. There's meant to be stuff on Google, it's not too far away, but as you can see there ain't a lot happening on this street anyway. Glass on top of walls before, but never anything this brutal. I mean, we have it in our country now, or we used to. Before we started getting razor wire, but Jesus, that's mental. That's really. You're not going to mess about with that. They're not messing about, that's for sure. So this place is odd to say the least with these carvings. I don't know what the deal is with them, but certainly different. It's not that far away from the digs, as much as everything's spread out. I actually quite like this place. There's a decent menu and everything. A sandwich and a beer. Bright and early this morning, 7:25 I left the campsite. Something's going on over here, so just somebody on the side of the road. A couple of guys pushing bikes. Guessing they're on their travels. So yeah, so we're heading to Iguazu. So I'll see you shortly. Well, I've just got parked. Entrance now. I've got my ticket. So I don't know how the queuing system works. We'll figure it out shortly. It's very well looked after. It's almost theme park like with the outlets and things like that. It's nice so far. The boat trip. I can't not do it. I'm glad I brought my GoPro. This is what my GoPro was made for. So I'm going to get soaked on this. Buen día. Sí. Truck, right for me.
soportar impactos y movimientos
parte tranca. Vamos a estar en el camión más o menos 20 minutos. The tour is the dry part. Please stay seated with your arms inside the truck and be careful with the branches. Take care. We are heading to the Jacaratia Trail, and it's a jungle path. It's about 5 kilometers through the jungle to the boarding area, to the port. Once we get there, you will go down the stairs to the river, about 300 steps, and the Iguazu Jungle Group will provide you with waterproof bags and life jackets down there. And then the boat ride takes 30 minutes to the falls. The first stop is in front of the falls, so it's a perfect place for photos and videos. But the second stop is the approach, the shower moment, shower time, under the 3 Musketeers Falls and the San Martin Falls. So you are going to get completely wet. Okay? Good. Vamos adentro. Ahí.
There we go, just the way to get on the boat. Got my life jacket on. I think this is where we get wet. Well, I can't wait to watch that back because I never saw a thing. The water was quite warm though, at least. It had that. Coffee there, as I do, just to do a bit of planning because the park's massive. There's, as you can see, there's more jungle trail than I thought there would be. I thought it'd just be go see the falls. What do you do after that? But yeah, there's different trails and everything that take you through jungle walks and stuff like that. So yeah, it's quite a lot to do. This is the first trail. There's a lower trail and upper trail and then the Devil's Throat trail. So to the lower trail first. The bit in there we went with the boat, went right under the water, and we came out to here. I'm guessing that's the Devil's Throat right up at the end there. Spectacular. It's getting tasty now. We love it. And these off. First four-legged wildlife I've seen since I got here. There's meant to be loads of those, the raccoon-like creatures, but I've not seen any of them yet. Maybe they're for... It's an amazing place. There's Salto Chico's dried up for the moment. The girl was saying on the boat, the water level is quite low just now. Partly because, I mean, it's not, they don't get dry rain season, it rains most of the year here, but a lot of the rivers dammed. There's a few dams further up on the Brazilian side, so that affects the water levels quite a lot here. Well, that seems to be the low circuit covered. It was really good seeing them from that angle. The upper circle, as it suggests, is taking you across the tops, along the tops of the falls. So we can see what that's like. See you soon. To the Circuito Superior. The waterfall I was trying to get over on the other side. It's actually mobbed because everybody's coming in that direction, so by the time they get to here I think they've taken all their pictures, so this place I've got to myself at the moment. It's great. Right to the top of the falls now. It's not too crowded. I'm sure it gets busier than this. It's busy enough, but yeah, it's not too mobbed, which I was a wee bit wary about. Maybe the Devil's Throat will be the busiest bit. We're going to get a bit of rain soon. Hopefully see everything before it comes on. Hike from there to the lookout point. I think we're coming up to it now, but that's been about 15 minutes since I started. This is more like it. You can see the Devil's Throat in the background. As we found out earlier in the week, a lot of places aren't complete without their amphitheatre. Bentos had one, and Iguazu had one. Even Carmelo had one. of course Iguazu Falls National Park has one. I wonder what they put on.